Good afternoon, and what is a warm, bright and sunny day. It is August 10th, Thursday, and I've got a nice hot cup of tea. And a role-playing game to unbox, which is the Sea of Thieves role-playing game, based upon the computer game from Xbox Game Studios and Rare, and published by Mongoose Publishing. And it's taken me quite a bit of time to track down a copy of this. I got it at UK Games Expo and paid too much money for it. So anyway, release the pirate within you. So, arr, matey, as they say. Ahoy, you scurvy dog. Are you seeking adventure, battles, and a treasure? Do you have the strength to best skeletons, rival pirates, and the sea herself? Are you ready to set sail, roll dice, and have a great time? This is Sea of Thieves role-playing game, based on a popular video game available for PC and Xbox. It has everything you need to create existing pirate tales on the tabletop. The rules are designed for quick, immersive role-playing that favours action, problem-solving, and above all, fun. 3 books await. The Book of Pirates gets you into the action fast and teaches the vast system as you sail on your first pirate adventure. Instead of trying to memorise dozens of rules, you can start finding buried treasure. The love of the sea is for the game masters and includes advice, enemies, and the quest creation system for fast play. You will also find lore about the pirates, islands, and creatures that inhabit the Sea of Thieves. The Book of Voyages features the Ash and Jewels campaign that puts the fate of entire Sea of Thieves in the player's hands, whether they are ready for it or not. Within this box, you will find 18 legendary dice, special dice that work in concert with the rules, supply tokens that you can keep track of bullets, gold, and more. Personality cards to help create colourful, interesting pirates, weapon and quest cards to track what pirates are holding, where the when the fighting starts. So let's open up and find out what she holds. Taking off plastic. Yeah, that's all on the back. And inside, we indeed do have lots and lots of dice, and with their own symbols on them. You have status, a mixture of status and objective cards, and Lord Guardian sales of a would-be pirate king. That's your exclusive download for the computer game. And then you've got your card for everything else. And you've got tokens. So you just pull that up. See, you've actually got several sheets of tokens. So you've actually got physical representation of goods and items you can hold, and then you have a ledger. I presume that's going to be for your character, where you put all the tokens. And you've got several of these. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then below that, we have an enormous map. I mean, I've already done that. You know, I'm just not going to be able to show you it in all its glory, but I'll have a go. So let me just put that to one side so it's not in my way on the lap. So the best way I could actually show this to you is if I literally run into next door's garden and hold it up, but that's not going to happen. See, as you can see, it's huge. And now you've got sort of like, I'm just going to show you that bit. Oh, so we're going to... There we go. Yep, that's absolutely bonkers. Or arrow matey, that'd be bonkers. So that's the map of the known world for the Sea of Thieves location. And then you've got 3 books. And nicely, there is a ribbon at the bottom, so you can literally just pull that and the books come out. That's a nice inclusion. So, if I start off, the Book of Lore. This is the one on the top. This is the GM's book. Playing as the Game Master. So you've got advice and guidance in there, explanation of the rules. Nothing really kind of stands out though. We've got a new problem tables and a nice illustration of a pirate under the sea facing a shark. And then we get into setting sails. So it's got high production values on this. It was quite an expensive box set when it came out. I've also got quite a quest creation system. So creating quests, voyages and campaigns. Looking at railroads and sandboxes, comparing the two, creating new enemies. Nice illustration of Stumpy there. And then got basics, complications, details, and more sort of tables that you're going to be rolling on in terms of. Essentially, these are monsters. These are stats and so on, and then lore for the setting. This is an overview explanation of the Sea of Thieves setting and computer game. Dealing with things like skeletons and skeleton lords, ghosts and revenants, merfolk and the bargain, and the kraken. And you all get the feeling it's sort of vaguely influenced by Pirates of the Caribbean, and the like, and dealing with the pirate lord, Duke, the ferryman, Captain Briggsy, and more. So it's prominent NPCs in the computer game. And then we get into actual enemies and monsters. Explanation of their abilities before we have stats and illustrations for different types of pirates. Average pirate, strong pirate, boatswain, powerful pirate, quartermaster, and pirate captain. And then we have a gold hoarders trader, a merchant alliance trader, and an order of souls trader. So again, kind of hierarchies of different elements in the game. Sea dogs, bilge rats, ghosts, merfolk. And then different types of kraken and the megalodon. Gold skeletons, shell skeletons, plant skeletons, and skeleton captains. Have you had enough skeletons yet? And then enemy and monster ships. Before we go on to the Book of Pirates, which is a lot thick. That's the Book of Lore. That's the Book of Pirates. So you just compare that, and then that's the Book of Voyages. So Book of Pirates. What is the Sea of Thieves RPG? How do you play this game? Seems a little odd to have this book first, the first book that the player or game master comes to, and not this one, which actually provides the what is the Sea of Thieves RPG and how do you play it? How does this RPG differ from the video game? So this is directly intended to attract players who have been playing the online game and want to get together with friends and try a version of it that doesn't require a computer. So then we get on to Dead Man's Chest or an Xbox. How to prepare, how to set things up. And we go into the shroud. We've got some colour fiction. And this is really kind of setting. This is getting you started. That you automatically, get things started. The GM should read the following out loud. So this really isn't even the means of character creation at this point. This is okay. Get started. We're going to start playing. We're not going to waste any time. And we've got personality cards listed there. They'll be in those packs of cards. The legendary dice and what the symbols mean. So we've got things like chest for victories, skulls for victories, bones for nothing, and skull anchors for you have a tough choice to make. Rolling victories help solve problems in the game, and then ship stations, because a lot of cases Sea of Thieves is a game where you already are working with the other players to crew your ship. So here we have the advanced system explained, how that works, and how that works with enemy personalities. Difficulty and timers, initiative, teamwork, elements of play discussed there, explained. The legendary dice, further detailed. And then the continuing narrative. And then testing your metal. Okay, so essentially the player species have found their way into the Sea of Thieves and awaken on Sanctuary Outpost. And then they adventure from there. And encounter these NPCs. And be given their first quest, the Gold Hoarder's Quest. Here's a nice illustration of basically the location itself. And then we've got a different Order of Souls quest. So this is essentially taking the game master and the player characters through the first stages of play, through the first few quests, much like the computer deck game does. And then, basically winning the ship and less, and essentially, this is the player characters gaining their first vessel, and then being able to set sail with it onto more adventures. And then we have Crisis at the Cove. Questing at the Cove. Running into skeletons, because you're going to meet lots and lots of skeletons. And going on a Merchant Alliance voyage before you face unwelcome visitors. Duel with cutlasses. And settling debts. Back at the outpost. We have a pirate glossary at the end. General terms, aboard a ship, flags, and more. Advice for the player on how to be a good player. Roll first, narrate second, tell a good story, go for fun adventure, keep track of your victories, work as a team, use your personality traits, and acknowledgement that these bad symbols are fun. And the bad symbols are always, basically, that's true of any role-playing game, because essentially they should introduce challenge and difficulties for you to overcome and create good stories. And they've got the background to the Sea of Thieves setting. So Devil Shroud, 4 regions, Vary the Dam, outposts, and more. Then we go on to persons of note. And then we have the rules guide, character creation, the advanced system. So we've got a summary at the back. so that you can quickly refer to that, or if you don't want to work your way through the book itself, you can just read this section, gain a clear explanation for everything on rolling dice, creating characters, fighting, handling ships, and also the cards and tokens of the game, and more. So, and then we have the Book of Voyages. This is the thickest book in the box set. Table of contents, and then this essentially expression. This is the Ashen Jewels campaign. What it's about. We've got a campaign summary. And a good overview explanation of what the campaign is about, its structure, different parts, before getting to Roach's Fortune, first voyage. Got a summary, carryovers from previous adventures, and then we get into how to prepare before we start off with the actual first chapter. Introduces it. The player characters run into a golden stranger. Chapter 2, keeping treasure. Similar kind of format. Digging a keep. Between a Flaming Rock. Chapter 3. Hearing the Devil's Roar, keeping Hamish's treasure. Meeting a skeleton, another skeleton captain. Lots of skeletons. Second voyage, the Lord Guardian. Chapter 1, cliffhanger. Again, same old format, summary, explanation of what's going on, and we start off with hold my skull, or hold that skull. Where is everybody? All the NPCs involved. Yeah, essentially this is like a defense of a tavern that's attacked by skeletons. He wants a cracker. Is this Polly? You flip over that. You don't want to see a bit, but best just text before we get on to saving Ancient Spire. Visit Old Faithful Isle first. Third voyage, pour no more. You found your treasure. Summary, and of course you've got a tentacular beast to encounter. That's not going to go well. Fishing for Kraken. Then we have, I must be missing a page there. Party at the plunder. Got a drinking contest involved. And a secret meeting to attend. Including a meeting with Duke. Before we go on to hunting Belle. Again, similar summary. Kraken's Fall. that's Protector Pool, if you please. A reference to an early NPC, I presume. Back to Plunder Outpost. And where they have to talk with mermaids. Fourth voyage, A Burning War. Again, summary, we've got the ship's action. This is all going to be presumably all about ship action. And then we have chapter 1, gun runners. Running down the gun runners. And these are going to be relatively quite short adventures. I think basically 1 or 2 sessions at the most. A rival alliance. You know, you may be able to get through a couple of them per session, depending on how quickly you're going to play. And this is all building adventures, alliances, dealing with the Order of the Souls, including the Merchant Alliance and the Merfolk. So there's a bit of underwater action too. Before we have Preparing for War. And Defending the Sands. Then chapter 4, the battle itself. So this will be a big battle between the alliances. First stage, the fleet battle. Between a crew of ordinary pirates and then a skeletons. Second stage, the island battle. The main enemy force. Third stage, the Lord Guardian himself. So you're basically building up, essentially, you're sailing, taking down the fleet, destroying the fleet, protecting the island, storm the island, and then you're going to face the villain of the setting yourselves, and bring the campaign to a close. Hopefully successful. So, epilogue, where to go from here. The Ash and Jewels, new voyage and campaign ideas, and then we bring this book to a close. You've got some handouts at the back there. So yeah, that is a surprising amount in the Sea of Thieves role-playing. Very well appointed with an enormously huge map. It's just too big. And then character boards rather than ledgers, rather than actual proper character sheets. Cards, and of course, as they say, funky dice. So all of that in this box. So that looks to be quite an interesting take upon the pirate campaign. More going to be kind of cinematic and pulpy and action orientated than perhaps as it should be, especially given it's based on a computer game. I wonder, it's basically, you have to wonder how many people actually played this, rather than, oh, I like Sea of Thieves, I played the computer game, wonder what the role-playing game is like, and then didn't play it, just put it on the shelves. Or indeed, how many role players picked this up purely because it's a role-playing game, and looked at it and went, okay. I mean, I would have been one of those, and this is why I picked it up later. But loads of questions, of course, you're not really going to be able to answer. Anyway, so in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box or a game which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing of the Nook. I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.